All right, Billsy, coming in at number 39. We are flying through our top 50 rankings here on Locked On Senators. We're going to the United States Hockey League, the Madison Capitols, Rookie of the Year in the entire league, in commit to Michigan State, Ryker Lee.
Yeah, this is a fun player, Ross. Riker Lee playing in the USHL with the Madison Capitols.
Sick highlight pack.
Big time. Yeah. Ross, I had never heard of the Madison Capitols before. With all the players and prospects we've covered, I was not aware that that was a USHL team. So Riker Lee putting the Madison Capitols on the map here at LOSP, and for a good reason. In 58 games, 31 goals, 37 assists, 68 points, more than a point per game, finishes a +9. Also got a bit of a taste in the postseason. 6 games, 6 points. And as you mentioned, Michigan State committed next season.
Another elite program, too. They have really upped their game over the years. I saw a behind-the-scenes thing, like their facilities, their commitment to strength and conditioning is second to none.
Well, that's good. That you want to see programs adding to what they can provide for players. And I guess kind of bearing the lead here, Ross, but Riker Lee won USHL Rookie of the Year. This kid is nasty. I mean, go watch his highlight pack. He's got great hands. He can weave through multiple defenders. He's got a powerful release. He's got the confidence to try anything. I saw him score a spinorama backhand goal from the hash marks, and he is just nuts. He loves scoring goals. He's got the big sellies after each one. This is a fun prospect.
A very fun prospect. Scott Wheeler says he might be the most offensively gifted player that goes on day 2 of the NHL draft. And I don't disagree with them. Obviously, we just see the best of Riker Lee, but he's also one of the older players in this draft. He's a November 2006 birthday, 6 feet tall, 181 pounds. Now, it's also worth noting about Riker Lee that he's already kind of undergone a bit of a growth spurt right now. And he could potentially end up being a 6'1", 6'2" type player, which I think would just
Does dad tell you that?
Exactly. I mean, that's the natural thing. But Scott Wheeler mentions not long ago, he's 5'7". So still room to grow, get stronger. He does mention, though, improving the skating is going to be a really key part of getting to the pro level for Riker Lee, who, by all accounts, I mean, this guy is the type of player that you could add in to a scoring line once he's ready. Obviously not right away, but after his time at Michigan State, and he can play off of those good players very well. Scott Wheeler is the highest on him of any of our scouts at 24th overall. Sebastian over at Locked On NHL Prospects has Lee at number 25. Craig Button at 30. Those are the first round projections. Elite Prospects is at 37. We also have Bob McKenzie at 58. Again, that's the midterm rankings, and Lee had a great second half of the season. And McKean's Hockey, not sold on Riker Lee, down at 70th overall. 61 points in 60 games kind of tells the offensive story for him. A plus 18. His team did not get out of the first round of the playoffs, but Lee did contribute 6 points in 6 games, and he was a plus 5. So he had his guy. So with an average ranking of 40.67, Lee comes in at 39. And to me, the type of guy who should end up going to a prospect pool that's already loaded. Again, a complimentary piece at this point who could grow into, I think, maybe crown jewels a little bit high. But for a guy who drafted outside of the first round, if you're looking for a riser, I think he could potentially be that in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, Ross, I got him going as one of the very first picks of the second round. And Scott Wheeler also mentions in his piece about him, did you look at his stats with Shattuck St. Mary's?
Yeah, ridiculous.
So in the 16U year, AAA Shattuck St. Mary's, in 57 games, he had 123 points. I mean, this kid was just racking up the points, and it earned him a nickname, the Wizard.
Whoa.
That's a different one. I haven't heard that before, but go watch this kid's highlight tapes, and you're going to be thinking he's got some magic to him. So the Wizard is appropriately labeled for Riker Lee.
Sucks that he's not in the Sens range because he's the type of player I'd love to add to the Senators prospect pool. What's your Sens stars on Riker Lee?
I give him 4 stars, Ross.
Yep.
I agree. I don't think he's in the range, but if they were to trade back and end up being getting a late first rounder or a late second rounder, early second rounder, I would be interested in this guy for sure. But the Ottawa Senators have never drafted a kid like this.
No, it would be out of the ordinary to draft a player who is 6 feet, let's say, on his tippy toes right now.
Yeah, and to have his top qualities be high offensive skill, like that,
and creativity.
No player that is even similar other than maybe Tim Stützle at 3rd overall. Like any other player they've drafted, not even close. So I'm going to go ahead and say this, Ross. I guarantee you the Ottawa Senators will not draft Ryker Lee, much to my sadness.
Yes, but Riker Lee, to the team that drafts him, you've got a very fun prospect who will immediately, I think, step into college hockey at the NCAA level and make an impact. The Michigan State Spartans have the reigning Hobey Baker winner in Isaac Howard, who did not sign with Tampa Bay Lightning. We'll see. Maybe Howard's rights get traded this summer and he ends up signing. But
that's a hot topic, yeah.
He's a left wing. Riker Lee's a right wing. You put those two together right off the bat, and you're cooking with offensive fire at Michigan State.
Yep, absolutely.
So big fan of Riker Lee, who comes in at number 39 on our Locked On Senators NHL draft rankings. You can find all of our videos on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts.